What's up, guys? It's Taj here, back with another video, and I'm here today with my top 5 WWE Superstars of 2016 so far. So it's not like, let's say, let's take for example, Zack Ryder. Let's say Zack Ryder was like Superstar of the Year 2013, which he really wasn't, but let's say he was. Let's say Zack Ryder was Superstar of the Year for 2013. I wouldn't go all the way back and be like, oh, Zack Ryder was one of my favorite wrestlers. Favorite wrestlers for 2016, this is my list. I know some of you guys will disagree with what I'm about to say on my list, but let me know your top 5 WWE Superstars of this year. Just let me know your favorite wrestlers down in the comments. So let's get started with number 5 on the list, the Swiss Superman, Mr. Crack Your Neck Everywhere, Cesaro. This man deserves a lot more than he gets in WWE. She is just an amazing wrestler. In my opinion, he put on Match of the Year in 2014 with Sami Zayn when those two were feuding in NXT. I feel like that was Match of the Year for 2014. Cesaro. It was huge for Sami Zayn because he was starting out as well, because he had debuted like in May of 2013, so just a year later. It was at the first ever NXT TakeOver event, which was NXT TakeOver Arrival. So that's pretty big for him. And yeah, I feel like Cesaro deserves a lot more because he currently not currently, but recently just did a shoot promo on WWE talking about how they focus on management too much, all these authority figures, Stephanie McMahon, this, Mick Foley, GMs and all this. He thinks they should focus on the superstar. She said he feels he would have felt better if he got drafted to SmackDown where actual wrestling could happen. But as you can see by Raw just yesterday, that was like a really good Raw. So hopefully Cesaro can do something in the future. Maybe a U.S. title run. Maybe the new title that they're coming out with, the WWE Universal title. Maybe he can get a run with that. Well, but we'll have to see in the future. I'm stumbling over my words. Just great. Alright, moving on to number 4, the King himself, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, one of my favorite wrestlers. And these are in particular order. So, like I said, my list won't be the same as yours. These are my, in quotations, my top 5 superstars of 2016. So, like I said, Shinsuke Nakamura, number 4. The man debuted in at NXT TakeOver Dallas against Sami Zayn. I think they put on Match of the Year. So far, of course, there's going to be more matches this year. Upcoming Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. That's going to be awesome at SummerSlam for the WWE Universal title. But yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. Oh my gosh, that match was beautiful. Shinsuke Nakamura, I think his lip or nose got busted open. Like, he started bleeding from his nose, or his lip got cut. Just like some of the strongest strikes in the world, Sami Zayn took. Those two men were just going at it. I love that match to death. It's up there with, I think, matches like Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura on some NXTs a few weeks ago. That was a pretty good match. Shinsuke walking out as the victor. Also, Wrestle Kingdom 10 against AJ Styles earlier this year, January. That was an amazing match for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. I'm pretty sure it was for that title. So, yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura, the King of Strong Style, number 4. Let's move on to number 3. The man, Seth Rollins. Now, you may be wondering why I have him like at number 3. If you went back in my old videos last year, you would hear me saying him like as my favorite wrestler. Now, like I said, of 2016, these are my favorite wrestlers. Seth Rollins kind of returned like around like Money in the Bank, so he wasn't here for like the beginning of 2016. He still had some pretty good matches so far against Roman at Money in the Bank. The triple threat match with the Shield triple threat at Battleground was awesome. He's had some good matches this year, but I have him at number 3 just because he wasn't here for like the first half of the year. And I'm not picking these superstars based on how many matches they've been in. It's just that how good I think the matches have been, in my opinion. So this video is just based on my opinion. Like I said, leave your thoughts in the comments and give me your top 5 superstars. But Seth Rollins, of course, he's had many great matches. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell 2014. John Cena versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam 2015. Just amazing matches he's had. Just amazing. I love Seth Rollins, and yeah, I'm pretty sure most of you will. If not, what are you doing with your life? Moving on to number 2. This is going to be very surprising for some people, but I'm going to have to pick the Demon. Finn Balor, a.k.a. Prince Devitt, a.k.a. Fergal Devitt, whatever you want to call him. Finn Balor, one of my favorite wrestlers, especially due to like the demon face paint he got me into. And it's crazy because I actually I was just like on 2K14 looking up some created wrestlers on Community Creations, and I saw this guy called Prince Devitt, and he had these crazy face paints all over Community Creations. And I looked him up on YouTube, and like top 50 moves of Prince Devitt, looked him up. Then like a couple of months later that year, it was confirmed that he signed with WWE, and then that's when I started to get into like knowing who he was, following his career in New Japan and wrestling when he debuted with Hideo Itami against the Ascension when they had that match at NXT TakeOver R Evolution. That was just amazing. Finn Balor has some awesome battles with Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Neville, just amazing matches. And Finn Balor is one of my favorite wrestlers. Now, number 1 on my list. He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's the guy. I was being serious. Roman Reigns. Whatever. Enough of that crazy stuff. My actual favorite wrestler of 2016 so far is Sami Zayn. Now it's crazy because Finn Balor used to be my favorite wrestler, like number 1 over everybody, even Seth Rollins. Sami Zayn has had some of the best matches this year. Part of the Intercontinental Championship ladder match at WrestleMania 32. Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship match at Fatal 4-Way. That match was phenomenal, no pun intended, to AJ Styles. What other matches? Like I said, Cesaro versus Sami Zayn 2014 NXT TakeOver Arrival. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at Battleground, one of my top matches this year. But as you all know, there will be more matches this year, so let's see if any matches coming up will top my 2 favorite matches of this year: Shinsuke versus Sami, and Sami versus Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn is just one of my favorite wrestlers. Charismatic, his entrance, his music, just his whole style. I love it, I love it, I love it. And that will wrap it up for... Oh, wait, no. Hold on a second. Honorable mentions. I have TJ Perkins. If you don't know who that is, please look him up. He is an amazing indie wrestler. He is currently in the Cruiserweight Classic for the WWE. Why did I say it like that? But he is in the Cruiserweight Classic right now. He just faced off in the first round against Damac, a German wrestler. He's pretty good as well. That was an amazing match. If you have the WWE Network and you're just like stuck on like Raw, SmackDown, NXT stuff, please do go watch the Cruiserweight Classic. It's great exposure to new wrestlers you don't know about. TJ Perkins put on a great match against Damac in the Cruiserweight Classic. It comes on Wednesdays after NXT. So if you have the network, please go watch that. TJ Perkins, an amazing wrestler. Pretty much amazing. And it's crazy how I didn't put this man on the list, but AJ Styles, he debuted in 2016 of this year in January at the Royal Rumble. Unfortunately, I did not put him in my list. I'm not saying he didn't put on any great matches this year. He had a great match against Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. Some great matches against Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules and Payback. He had a good match against John Cena at Money in the Bank. So, AJ Styles has done a lot this year. So, unfortunately, he was not on my list. And number 3 for honorable mentions, Neville, the man that gravity forgot, even though he's on the ground most of the time. He's not floating because the gravity didn't forget him. But Neville, an amazing talent. He does flippy-doos everywhere. He's great high flyer. He actually has a lot of power, too. The deadlift German suplex he does is amazing. So, And that'll wrap it up for this video. Let me know in the comments your top 5 list of wrestlers, your favorite wrestlers this year of 2016. It could be from any year, but 2016 will be fine. That'll wrap it up for this video, and I hope you all did enjoy my list of wrestlers. Like I said, let me know in the comments yours. That'll wrap it up for this video. It's been a pleasure entertaining you guys, and it's Taj, and I'll see you guys.